Really thankful to, first of all, Mr. Pankaj Agrawal ji for giving us that strength and being our driving force to go ahead for certain initiatives which are going to not only create differentiation in our campus, but I'm sure the collective wisdom which is going to be deliberated today as a result of this conference, and it will result into the structured brainstorming sessions, will surely help the whole country in the development of new ideas, generation of the ideas, and definitely in the implementation of the ideas. So I am highly thankful to Mr. Pankaj Agrawal to be there always as our guiding force, our inspiration, and to give us the guidance to go ahead with certain such initiatives. Thank you, sir, and thanks for being over here. India, very surprisingly, is at a cusp today in which we can understand that we are having a very serious race against demography and technological innovations. And we can turn on any side. It can be any of the extremes depending on how we are going to handle that cusp situation. If we are going to handle this race against demography, we are being definitely propagating that India is a youthful nation having more than 65% population as the youngsters. The biggest challenge which we are facing is that are we ready to face the challenge of the job creations for this youthful nation or not? The challenge is to really realize that are we really going head away with the education policy which will be fulfilling the basic norms of UNESCO's new global monitoring report, which is highly alarming. Just to quote over here from the UNESCO's global monitoring report, based on the current trends, India and Southern Asia will be more than half a century late for 2030 Sustainable Development Goals deadline. That is something highly alarming. And this half a century delay in achievement of the universal primary education in India is something which is putting huge challenges to the demographic leverage which we are trying to propagate to the whole world. Is this demographic leverage going to be helping us, or it is going to be a tsunami of the youthful population which will be unbridled, which will be jobless in the coming years? Or are we going to create the skills, the jobs, employability generation for this youthful population? That is the biggest challenge. And here comes the role of the innovations, not only in the technology, but in the different spheres of the sectors in which we are propagating ourselves. And we are not having the dearth of innovation in our country. But unfortunately, this innovation is just confined to few islands of excellence. It is not omnipresent, first of all, it is not inclusive. So innovation and inclusivity has to go hand in hand. When we talk about innovation, we can definitely boast of the companies like TCS, HUL, Sun Pharma, who have been featured amongst the top 100 companies of Forbes list of this year amongst the best innovative companies in the world. But the point is, Sun Pharma is getting 70% revenue only from US, not from India. So the confinement of this innovation to certain islands of excellence, that is something which we have to tackle. That is a race against technological innovations which we have to tackle. Are we really giving the benefits of innovations to the overall geographical diaspora amongst our country? That's again is a challenge. We have to think it over, and we have not to become only the user of innovation. We have to be the creator of innovation. But currently we can see certain excellent islands of innovation amongst few business houses in our country. Then innovation confined only in few metros. Who is getting the benefit of the innovation? That is going to be definitely the parameter of success of the economy of a country. And unfortunately in India since last 50 years, we have had the trend of over inclusion of economy and under investment in education and social sector. We have to think it over again, and I'm very sure that through this conference we'll come up with certain deliberations which will be able to answer these questions. So I once again wish a wonderful learning experience to all the delegates, my students, and once again extend hearty welcome to all the guests on the dais and off dais. And I'm definitely hoping that by the end of the day, we're going to have the wonderful learnings and wisdoms coming out of this conference. Thank you.